Meta ads had a massive bug. CPMs and spend spiked for every advertiser I know. Let's get into it, talk about what happened, what you can do, and do we think we're going to get refunded? This is hard for a lot of you to hear, but when these big issues happen, one of the best things you can do is nothing. The more changes you make, the harder it will be to understand the impact of what was caused by the bug. And it makes it harder for you to be able to communicate what happened and say like, oh, this bug happened and it caused me this much damage. Based on my 15 years of experience running Facebook ads, I probably wouldn't turn off ads when these kinds of things happen. I expect Facebook to make good on any issues and losses. It's probably going to take weeks or months, or might actually never happen, but usually it's going to get refunded or credited in some way, especially when it's something like this where it's out of your control, something you couldn't have prevented or caused, and it's something that only they could have caused. So go ahead, screenshot everything, screenshot the account, screenshot your Google Analytics, screenshot your Shopify, be able to show what the expected behavior was. Look at the previous Sunday's data. Look at the last 4 Sundays data. Look at Saturday's data, the previous Saturday's data. Look at the last 7 days. You should be able to make an easy case to say, here's what I expected to happen, and here is what actually happened, and be able to say, here is the delta. Here is what happened that I didn't want. Here is what Facebook caused. Here's the loss that Facebook caused me to have. Take all of that, put that together into an email with the screenshots, with a video, with whatever you can, put it together. I know this is a lot of work. This is annoying, but this is what you have to do if you want to get that money back. It is possible that you'll get a refund without doing any of this work, but if you really want to make sure you get the full possible credit that you can, this is what has always worked best for me. So take all of these things, put it in an email. If you have a Facebook rep, send it to them. If you don't, go to Facebook chat support and give them all this information. Be very clear that you didn't do anything to cause this. This was a known issue at the time. You understand that they haven't solved it yet, but you wanted to contribute and give them this information because they caused an issue that negatively impacted your business. Set reminders to yourself to make sure every week or every other week or however often you want, you're following up with your Facebook rep or with chat support to see what the status of that situation is, and you keep making noise about it. Meta employees believe in ruthless prioritization. So if you're not bringing it up, they're not going to think about it. They're not going to be doing anything to fix it. So you have to make sure it keeps coming up, because pretty much, after a day, 2, 3 go by after this issue's happened, we'll all forget about it. We'll all feel better about it. Basically, like, today I feel better about it. Tomorrow I'll feel better than I do today. And then probably by Friday, we'll all have forgotten how this all went down in the first place. So keep those reminders going. Make sure every email, every touch point you have with your Meta rep brings this up. And don't let them get off the hook, because they're hoping and thinking that you're going to forget about it. They're hoping and thinking that you're not going to care about this in a month or 2 months. Keep pushing them for it. Hopefully you'll get a bigger refund. In situations like these, yes, there are plenty of reasons to turn off your ads. If you feel unsure about what's actually going on, there's nothing wrong with turning your ads off. You might want to minimize any larger potential immediate losses that day. Sure. You might not want to deal with this whole refund thing. Go for it. But the other thing that is going to happen is if you turn off your ads, efficient or not, however it's performing, the data, something's wrong, you're now stopping sales or traffic to your business, which is going to impact your performance for the day. Yeah, it might be optimized poorly, but if you turn that off, then there's nothing Facebook can do to help you about that. You can't go to Facebook and say, oh, Facebook, your system was broken, so I had to turn off my ads. And then because I turned off my ads, I wasn't able to make as much money for my business. It doesn't work that way. If you leave your ads on, it will probably still drive business for your business, but it doesn't do as effectively or efficiently as it would or should. Then Facebook will be able to give a refund or some sort of credit for that, because they had a bug that impacted your delivery and your ads kept running. Also, it's not reasonable for you to be expected, for any advertiser to be expected to be monitoring ad accounts every hour of every day. That's just not realistic. And you can say that it is, that's your job, whatever. Okay, go for it. Have fun. But in reality, that's not. You should be able to check on accounts every other day, certainly not hourly. And Facebook's expectation is not that you're doing it and checking on it every day. They don't benefit from that. They want you to trust the system. And when these things happen, it hurts the trust in the system, and they should be incentivized to give refunds to reinstill trust in the system. It's also possible, by the way, that when you're pausing, the issue might already be done or like close to done. So pausing might not really help you. If this is your first time dealing with an issue like this is what you need. You need to get your account ID, your campaign IDs, any that were affected, screenshots of whatever you saw happen in terms of like changes. You could look at breakdowns by delivery, by time of day in the ad account, and you can get screenshots of where the spend increased significantly and show that compared to a normal Sunday or the day before or the average for the past week or the past month. Anything you can do to show that this is extremely out of the ordinary. And then you're gonna have to write a paragraph or two or maybe three about what happened, what you saw from your perspective, how it impacted your business, how it impacted your ads, and try and find an amount of money that makes sense as to what was lost compared to what you would have expected for that day. And hopefully you'll be able to get that back in some sort of refund. That's it. Go make noise. Go tell Meta something is wrong. Something happened and you're not happy about it. Do this for your own good. Do this for the good of all the other advertisers you know. It is important that you go and tell chat support, tell your Facebook reps, do whatever you can to make sure they know this is not okay, something is wrong, and you expect a refund.